Hola, it's Jessica here. Gonna show you how I made this DIY solar light for outdoors. I've been wanting to make this project for a while. I found a $10 chandelier at the thrift store. I thought it was a good excuse. It's just been sitting in my garage for some time. So I wanted it to be an accent for outside, definitely at night. It's beautiful when you look outside and there's just this glow of light out there. Now, full disclosure, I had trouble with this DIY. I probably should have just thought through my process a little bit more. I definitely made some bad decisions. But overall, it was an easy project. First mistake I did was unscrew that electrical component instead of sawing it off, because that screw would have definitely came in handy in keeping that plate stable. Now, the biggest mistake that I made was having an airhead moment and thinking that silicone is glue. What? I bought silicone and I was thinking, oh yeah, that would be great. It's Gorilla silicone, so it'll be perfect. It'll hold everything together perfectly. And I put it on there and I put a ton of it on there. Then the next day, nothing was really holding together because silicone is not a glue. It's just supposed to seal seams and cracks and stuff. It's not supposed to keep them together. Right. It wasn't even until the next day, like when I realized things were falling down, that I was like, why the heck did I use silicone? Why? It became a pain. So when I used E6000 glue, which should have been my first go-to glue, it really wasn't sticking because there was so much of that silicone like everywhere. It couldn't really do its job properly. After running through the E6000 glue and trying to keep it together and stable, pain, I tried to find bolts that I can bolt in the cup and the plate, and that didn't work. Like I said, I wish I would have just sawed off that electrical component and kept the like screw part on there, and I wouldn't have had to look for any bolts. Couldn't find any, by the way, that fit. Then I found construction adhesive. All right, enough about my mistakes. Let's just get into the tutorial. Here's what you'll need. First thing I did was remove all the lights and the little thing that looks like a candle and the cup from the chandelier. Using wire cutters, I cut as low as I could on the wires, and then I twisted the saucer, which then loosened this electrical component, and I just unscrewed. I repeated this process for the entire chandelier. I unscrewed this top hook, pulled the cords out as far as I could, and then clipped the cords, the power cords, with wire cutters. Untangled the wires, pulling them through and out. And then I'm just going to use the bottom hook to hang. So I need to use 2 pliers to spread the chain so I can take off that bottom. And then you're going to want to wipe everything down. Just make sure everything is dust free, gummed free, no gunk on it, because it's just better for the paint to stick to. Using a spray can, I chose Rust-Oleum Metallic for outdoor use. It helps stop rust. I chose a rose gold. So be light on your spraying and change your direction often. Make sure you're not spraying too heavy in one spot so that you don't get drips. If you do get drips, wipe them off quickly and just respray. I gave the chandelier about an hour before I resprayed, just to prevent any drips from happening. Don't forget to spray the cups and saucers as well as that top hook. I found these solar lights at Dollar Tree, and what I'm going to do is remove the bottom stake part from the light. Then, using this liquid nail all-surface construction adhesive, I spread that within the cup, the saucer, on the bottom of the saucer, within the bottom of the light so that I can push it in the cup. And then I just hung some string off of a joist in the garage, and then we hung the chandelier on that, pushed the cup, the plate, and the light together, held it for a few seconds, probably towards a minute, before it started to set. I ended up having these stuff with tissue, so if the light itself was tipping, I just wrapped a tissue, like a tissue paper, around the light and then pushed it down into the cup, and that kept the light stable. When you pull out the tissue paper, like make sure it all cures and everything, pull out like the tissue paper, and whatever you can't, all you have to do is put a little water on it and the tissue paper will dissolve, and once it dries, you're all good. Sometimes the plate would tilt, so then we would just like lay rock to counterbalance it, and my friend was helping me. That's why I say we. Thank God she came over. I really was struggling. I don't know why my brain was not working for this DIY. But here is the finished product. The Dollar Tree lights actually, when they're clumped up together like that, do a great job of just creating this glow. The Dollar Tree lights were a perfect choice for this because of the price and the glow of it. And when you clump them 10 together, it's not overpowering, especially at night since I can't turn them off. I love the way it came out, and if and probably when I do it again, I will not make these mistakes, and I can see it being a very easy and simple DIY. I hope you like this DIY. Please let me know if you give it a try. Let me know actually what DIYs that you've struggled with, that you just had brain fart. And if you can, please help me out by thumbing, subbing, speaking, and spreading. God bless. Bye-bye. Are you happy? You have snacks? Mama had one of your snacks and now it's in her tooth. Probably not good to be recording with, but oh well. Teeth.